Masot HaMikra, Parashat Vayeshev 2, the references to Perek Lamed Zayin, Pesukim Yod Gimal Yod Dalid. Two Pesukim, one after another. They read as follows. Vayom Yisrael el Yosef, alo achecha roim b'Shechem. Yisrael, Yaakov Avinu told Yosef, your brothers are in Shechem, they're herding the sheep there. Lecha v'shtachacha alehem, I want to send you to them. Vayom lo hineni, he says, okay, I'm ready. Vayom lo lech na re'et shalom achecha. Check out, he said to him, go see how they're doing. Are they okay? Ve'et shalom hason, and see how the sheep, or whether they're behaving properly. Vashiveni davar, and then bring back a response to me on the answer, on the questions that I'm asking you to do the shlichut. So he sends him from the valley of Hebron, and Yosef came to Shechem. The whole question relates here on the words Vayishlachacha in Pasuk Yud Gimal, and then also on the following Pasuk where it says Vayishlachehu me'emek Hebron, the word Vayishlachacha and Vayishlachehu, and then as part of that Vashiveni davar. Is this real shelichut? And apparently, according to Peshat, it is, because we know when the word is based on the word Vayishlach, Vayishlachacha is eshlach, from I will send you. Vayishlachehu, he sent, who ishlichot, who ishlichoto, he sent, ishlichoto, he sent him. Vayishlachehu me'emek Hebron. So Yishlach is he will send. Eshlach, I will send. So Vayishlach, not he will send, he sent. So both of them seem to be in Binyan Kal, and we know from before when these verbs, the word Lishloach, Shin Lamed Het is a Binyan Kal, it's Lashon Shelichut. It is like, he was like a messenger. He was doing a task for his father, and therefore he said to him, Vashiveni davar, bring me the responses to my questions. I want to know what's going on. The Targum on the word Vayishlachehu me'evik Hebron, he uses the term Vishalcheh. He sent him on a mission. So there it's clear, and from the fact that he asked for a response, Vashiveni davar, that both those verbs refer to Shelichut. But here, I want to reference and discuss the opinion of the Hezekuni, which is somewhat kasher, but yet he also in some ways makes sense. But it's kasher with respect to the peshat of the words Vayishlachacha Vishlachehu, which sound like Shelichut. The Hezekuni writes, amongst what he's writing on these Pesukim, V'Yaakov livahu ad ha'emek, v'chen amru, he says, what does Vayishlachehu mean? He escorted him in Emek Hebron. Notice he went out with him. And Livahu, it's a one-way thing. And V'chen Amru, and then he says, Rabotenu, he references the fact that Hachamim referenced in Bereshit Rabbah, in Perek Sadik Daled, Amud Gimal, not Amud, the Siman Gimal, with respect to the fact that Yosef sent Agalot to Yaakov to indicate to him it was me, that was really Yosef. So Rabotenu Hachamim in Bereshit Rabbah, they write the following: Sheliva Yaakov le Yosef. That at least according to the Hezekuni, he says that Yaakov. This is all based on the fact that when Yaakov sent Yosef, he walked out with him, he escorted him. And they were discussing Ayu Asukim Parashat Egla Arufa. That's really what's written in Bereshit Rabbah. That at the time when Yosef departed and left Yaakov, they were learning the mitzvah of Egla Arufa. Now, the Hezekuni in the point of in Parashat Vayigash, where Yosef says, bring back the Agalot to my father, he writes over there, it's in Bereshit Memhe Pasuk Kaf Zayin. He gores, he he quotes the Onkelos. He says, and Onkelos over here said ve'alvuhu, that ve'alvuhu ve'alvuhu, that Yaakov escorted Yosef on his way out from Hebron to Shechem. So he translates the word according to the Hezekuni. The Girsa in Onkelos is not ve'shalhae, that he sent them, but ve'alvuhu. It was a real levaya. He escorted him out one way, and it doesn't mean necessarily shlichut. And there also, the Hezekuni goes on to say, so they were dealing with Eglah Arufah. So he asked the question, the simple question is, what is the relationship to Eglah Arufah to the fact that Yaakov Avinu escorted his son Yosef from Hebron to find the brothers in Shechem? And that Onkelos, according to the Hezekuni, the Gores, he is Gores over here, ve'alvuhu, that he escorted him, not that he actually told him you're on a mission to return as a shaliach. So he writes the following, and by the way, I cannot find the exact makor for the Targum and the Midrash. I looked all over that what the Hezekuni wrote. Apparently, he had a lashon in the Targum, a girsa that said ve'alvuhu, but nobody seems to quote it and know it. But there he explains the connection between Eglah Arufah and the Agalot. Not so much because of the word, but more the concept. There, by Eglah Arufah in the Mishnah, in Sotah, Perek Perek Tet, Mishnah Vav. It says the following. They asked a question about the Eglah Arufah. There, the pasuk says, "Yadenu lo shafechu et adam hazeh." The zekenim who go out to determine which city had responsibility for the met in between the two cities. The Mishnah is, "V'chi alta al libenu sheziknei betin shofchei damim hem," because it says Yadenu. They came and they said, our hands are clean from this dam, from this death of this individual. So who would think, the Mishnah is over there in the discussion about this mitzvah, who would think that the Zekenim had anything to do with killing this individual? Ela, except that shelo ba'al yadenu upitronuhu velo ra'inuhu v'hinachnuhu. This is what the Mishnah says, and it's also quoted in the Gemara, that they're basically saying, we didn't take him in, we didn't feed him, and we didn't see him off, and we didn't escort him. V'nachnu, according to Perush, some of the Girsawot in the Gemara, which, for example, the Perush Rambam in that Mishnah says the same thing, Belo levaya, that they let him go without escorting him. So because they didn't escort him, Chas v'Shalom, they were responsible for his death. And that's the point about the whole Eglah Arufah. So Yaakov Avinu was trying to teach Yosef, you have to escort any guest or anybody outside on their way to leave you. You should escort them, and Chas v'Shalom, there should not be, as a result, any type of incident as a result of not doing that. So the Gemara quotes the word v'nachnu. Pirush Rambam also seems to say on that Mishnah, below levaya, without escorting. So therefore, the Hezekuni says, here the Targum is ve'alvuhu. Yaakov Avinu said, I'm escorting you. So there, Chas v'Shalom, there shouldn't be any issue with the Eglah Arufah afterwards. He says, that's the connection between Eglah Arufah and levaya. There's, of course, the big problem is the Peshat does not use the term Vayshalehehu, which would have been Lashon of Levaya, Vayshalehehu in Binyan Pi'el. It says Vayishlahehu. From the word Yishlach was Binyan Kal. And therefore, normally you'd say Vayshalehehu, that he was sent as a Shaliach. But according to the Hezekuni, the Onkelos actually changed it, the Girsah, and he uses the word Levaya there. It's Ksat Kasher. It's a bit difficult in terms of that peshat of the word, but it makes sense in terms of the mitzvah of Eglah Arufah and the process what Yaakov Avinu was trying to teach his son, how to prevent anything like that from happening. So therefore, you would never need the question of Regla Harufa.